I know what you're thinking. Where the fuck have you been? Number one, I don't know. I've been doing like some stuff, but really nothing so important that I didn't need to be posting on YouTube. I just couldn't think of anything interesting enough, and then the videos that I did film, I thought they sucked. Number two, got a kitten. Here he is. Potato, say hello. Oh. This is Potato. Potato, what do you have to say to the people? He is my sweet kitty boy. Do you want to sit on my lap while I film? Please don't knock anything over. There's so much shit on my table/desk right now. It's unnecessary. Other thing I did other than getting a cat, I'm learning ASL. I'm learning sign language, okay? I have been deaf most of my life, deaf or hard of hearing. Cat is trying to knock over the mirror, that's great. And I did not know a lick of ASL, and I thought this could be good to learn. So I signed up for class, and I have class once a week, and it's been like super interesting. Leave the camera alone, please. You are so cute, Potato. You really are, but you really are also in your nuisance era. Number three, I am broke. I'm moving next month because my lease is up here, and the rent here is going up $550. So I found a different place, but it still is, my rent is still going up $400. Not great. The point of this also is it's a get ready with me because I'm going out. Is it Sunday night? Yeah. Am I gonna go have a beer? Yeah, I am. So now it's gonna be the part where I get ready and then we keep talking. I wanna talk about a lot of things. Top of mind right now is how like my friendships are changing and how different they look from like other, I don't know, no one, okay, I'm sure some people are. No one I pay attention to who is close to my age is really talking about friendships all that much. People love talking about dating. People love talking about boys, anything pertaining to the dating scene and how to do it and how to be good at it. So much content dedicated to that. Friendships, not so much. And I think that a lot of people in their early 20s, oh, I'm 25 by the way, had my birthday a couple weeks ago, almost a month ago now. I think a lot of people struggle silently with friendships and making new ones and maintaining old ones. And how do we do this as we're all adults now with our little jobs and our little hobbies and our little relationships, and how do we do everything and be good at everything all of the time, because that's the only acceptable way to live, is you have to be perfect at everything you do. Otherwise, why are you still alive? Why are you still alive if you're not absolutely perfect at everything you do? Is the mindset that sometimes crops up. Number one of my closest friends, Sydney, moved to Boston, Massachusetts. She is now an East Coast girly, born and raised in Texas, and now she's off living literally her dream life. And I am so excited for her and so proud of her. Since I met her, she was like, I'm gonna be moving to the East Coast. And I was like, yes, queen, go off. Listen to this, she just graduated in May. Listen to where she got a job. Harvard Medical School. What, bitch? Dude, my friends are smart as fucking shit. My friends, oh, they're women in STEM, all right. Her, Sydney, and I, and my friend Jade. We all met at Lululemon. Jade she just finished her dietetic internship, which is the next level of my degree that I didn't go get. So she has her master's and her DI, and she is now a licensed dietitian, and that is so fucking cool. And she just got her big girl job that starts this week, and it is so cool to have these people who are so smart and so talented and so funny around me have like these big, like, oh my god, I'm stepping into the next chapter of my life moments. I'm not having one of those right now, which is fine, because I feel like the past year of my life has been so chaotic. Like, it's been almost a year since my big breakup that then led to me now living on my own, and then I got a new job. I started doing comedy a year ago, which I now don't even do anymore. I think it's fine that I don't have any big life-changing crazy events right now, because I think something that I need more in my next chapter of my life is some stability, because the chaos at some point does need to chill out. It does. And I think that the time has come. So now that Sydney's gone, I have Jade still. She's a very busy woman. And then I had these other friends, and we kind of had like a friend breakup, it's had me really bummed out because there's so much discussion of like dating and how to handle a bad relationship or like a regular breakup, not a friend breakup. There's so much room to mess up in relationships. Like you're allowed to be like, okay, that one didn't work out, and just kind of move on with your life. It's harder and weirder when a friendship doesn't work out because there's no like built-in kind of guide to that the way that there is in dating. I don't know, it just kind of sucks to watch someone you were really close to grow away from you. That looks so bad on camera. What's going on? I go back and forth on the like, oh, I could have done more, or I should have done or said this. At a certain point, if neither of you are reaching out, then that's it, you know? And it's just kind of weird to go exist in the world. It does feel very similar to like a regular breakup where I'm like, we're gonna have to run into each other at some point and it's probably gonna be awkward. And why is it like that? So not loving that, and not loving that there's no real like, look, here's me talking about it. This is acceptable. There's no real room for discussion, both between me and her and also like me and the rest of my life. It feels kind of similar to like my mom and I don't talk, and that's another thing where it's just like, why are you being open about this? You're supposed to keep these emotions to yourself. Why are you sharing this openly? Like, that's embarrassing. I don't know, female friendships are so weird because it's almost like there's never supposed to be an end, but sometimes not everyone is supposed to be in your life always and forever. And that doesn't really make sense because you can't stay close to everybody all of the time. People change, people's needs change. It's just not a realistic standard. But then how do you, you know? You just keep going, I guess? Act like it didn't happen? That feels weird. Erase all proof that your friendship ever existed. That's not very me. I don't know. I had a lot of weird falling outs like this in college. And the thing is too, I'm not so like uptight to, or like, I don't know, narcissistic or whatever, some terminology in there somewhere to admit that like I play a role. In any situation, friendship, relationship, etc., there's always going to be two parties involved. It's such a rare occasion, even like bad roommates and stuff. It's so rare that the person being like, oh, I had crazy roommates. It is so rare that that person wasn't also difficult to live with. Like, as much as I could be like, I don't like this, or I didn't like the way this happened, I probably could have spoken up and been like, hey, what's going on? Way earlier, if it ever even happened at all. And I don't know, I think the hard thing is like, there was no end discussion. So it just kind of is like, we just don't talk anymore. And I can guess why, but I don't really know why. And I don't feel like there was any one thing that either of us did. We just kind of didn't hang out as much, and then one day it was like, okay, I guess we'll never do this again. Alright. And then you're just supposed to like keep going with your life. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I think I'm gonna move on from this topic. What's going on in your lives? Everyone answer at the same time, please. What else is happening? I oscillate between two things. I should be able to post whatever on the internet, and any content is good content. You should go for your dreams of being a full-time content creator. That's one side. The other side, posting anything online ever, being open on the internet, chasing your dreams in public, that's so embarrassing. You should shut up forever and die. And I go over here for a day, and then I go over here for a day, and I go over here for the morning, and I go over here for the afternoon. And then I never post anything. It's been 2 weeks. Like, what? I do sometimes feel embarrassed to exist. And then other times, I'm like, holy shit, I am so cool. You are so lucky to know me, and everyone on the internet loves me for sure. And there's just kind of no middle ground with the either sides of that type of thinking, because you either hate yourself, which is unrealistic. Like, there's not that much to hate. And then the other side is that you like yourself so much that you feel like too deserving of good things that maybe you haven't worked that hard for yet. Issue number 4, I hate my eyebrows lately. What's up with that? How do they look so bad? Next thing, I'm, like I mentioned, not sure how I'm going to afford anything ever. This apartment served the purpose of I needed to move out immediately. I needed to move out. I needed the cheapest rent I could find. I hate it here for so many reasons. So many reasons. One of the reasons is the management company has switched 3 or 4 times since I moved in. So every time I run into the same issue with whoever is the new management company. I go in to pay my rent on the online portal. The online portal will say pay the $935 when the rent is $875. I don't want to pay extra money that I don't know. I signed the lease for less money than that. So I'm gonna pay what I signed the lease for. And then they're like, hey, here's a late fee, here's an eviction notice. You gotta give us the money. And then I have to sit down in the leasing office with whoever's the manager and be like, hey, here's what happened, blah, 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 can you fix it? And sometimes they fix it right away, and sometimes I've had to ask them month after month fix it, and then it gets fixed, and then, oh my God, there's a new management company? And the same problem is starting again? What the fuck? So this newest company, I went in to talk to them. Same set of paperwork, same story, because it is the true story of how this happened. And they were like, yeah, no, we got your emails. No, you owe us the money. And I'm like, the fuck I do, dude. Oh, you got the wrong bitch. Because I signed the lease, which is a contract. And actually, no, incorrect. And they were like, yeah, tough. You gotta give us this extra thousands of dollars or we're taking you to court. So what do? I cry in the leasing office. Duh, they just told me they were taking me to court. I don't know. What is the other option? Not cry? I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry at some point. I may as well cry in front of them because why was she being so mean to me? That story does not have a conclusion yet because I still haven't fixed the situation with the leasing office people yet. Partially out of laziness, partially because I'm like, hey, I need to come at it from a not emotional perspective, and I've been finding that hard to do. I've just been kind of emotional lately. Hi, baby. Come here. Okay, come here. Yeah, I've just been kind of emotional lately. So I don't really want to go in there and have the same lady be mean to me again. So I'm hoping this week, because I'm kind of feeling more settled in to myself, that I can be like, hey, remember when I cried before? It's still the same issue. You gonna fix it with me or not? I pay the rent I signed the lease for on time every month. Please help me. So because of that and the location and like everything else about this apartment complex, I am moving. My rent is increasing $400 a month. My income staying the same. My new rent, it's 40% of my monthly take-home pay for you finance people out there. Rent or your mortgage payment or anything like that should be closer to a quarter, 25% of your monthly take-home pay. That way you can do stuff with the rest of your money. Which means I now have to worry about that and my financial situation and my financial stability and how am I gonna get my income up so that I can both afford my rent and pay off my debt, which is still something I would like to do, and also maybe like have a little bit of just like guilt-free fun, and also just like commitments that I have made that now I'm like, what? It's expensive. For example, would love to go back home and see my dad. Can't really afford a flight right now. Would love to go to my friend's bridal shower in October. I can't really afford that flight right now. I kinda can't. And that's pretty unfortunate. Pretty bad. And just knowing that in the next year I have to get my own health insurance, and then I'll be 26, and then it's like, holy shit, she's like a full-ass adult and she still has no idea what's going on. So I'm just kind of I don't know if this makeup looks good or not. I'm just trying to figure everything out all at once, and it's kind of hard when you're like, okay, me and one of my closest friends break up. fuck. And then it's like, oh shit, you're moving. That's cool. We hate the current place. But then it's like, oh, how am I gonna afford the new place? How am I gonna afford this new place? Right? And then you're like, okay, well, time to look for maybe another job on top of this job or a whole different job. And then you are trying to do and be everything all at once. And like, it's kind of an unrealistic expectation of myself to be able to do all of this. There is a cat asleep in my lap though. And that does help. He is very cute. He has really bad, we think it's ringworm. The vet has not gotten back to me yet. When I took him to the vet and he checked him out, he said, well, at least the cat has a good personality. I was like, did you just call my cat ugly? He is a handsome boy and I love him. Other things I'm doing with my life, I'm training to run 10 miles. I want to run a half marathon at the start of next year. And my boyfriend and I are doing great. That's about everything. I just needed so badly to get on the internet and talk about all this stuff because it just kind of feels like life keeps happening to me and I'm like, let me get online and act like I'm doing perfect when I'm not doing bad. There's a lot of great stuff happening, but it's kind of hard when the financial worry is really strong to do anything. Because you're like, well, I'm not allowed to enjoy a second of my life until I make more money than I currently do. That's kind of where my thinking capacity has ended for weeks. And I feel ready to just move on because I feel like getting another or a better job, it's very similar to when people are like, it comes when you least expect it, or it comes when you aren't looking, like for a man. But for me, it's always been as soon as I'm like, oh, fine, I don't even want a new job. I don't even want to make more money. It'll appear. I don't know. What do they say? Abundance mindset, manifesting. I'm manifesting, listen to this, being the office hot girl. I feel like I'm most of the way there. Me and Mr. Potato are gonna go lay down for 20 minutes and then we're gonna go to a comedy show. Well, I'm gonna go to a comedy show. He's gonna stay here. And that's the end of the video. And I talked a lot and I hope that's okay. And I hope you guys still like me. We're gonna go lay down together.